freed me from my chains. You gave me a new name, led me by the hand into the wealthy place. Freed me from my chains. You gave me a new name, led me by the hand into the wealthy place. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better, better. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better, better. You conquered my Egypt, Yahweh, Yahweh. Walked through my desert, Yahweh, Yahweh. Broke through my darkness, Yahweh, Yahweh. Delivered the promise, Yahweh, Yahweh. For you know the plans for me, my hope and future. You set in my destiny to a path that prospers. For you know the plans for me, my hope and future. You're setting my destiny to a path that prospers. For freed me from my chains. You gave me a new name, led me by the hand into the wealthy place. Freed me from my chains. You gave me a new name, led me by the hand into the wealthy place. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better, better. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better, better. You conquered my Egypt, Yahweh, Yahweh. Walked through my desert, Yahweh, Yahweh. Broke through my darkness, Yahweh, Yahweh. Delivered the promise, Yahweh, Yahweh. For you know the plans for me, my hope and future. You set in my destiny to a path that prospers. For you know the plans for me, my hope and future. You're setting my destiny to a path that prospers. For you know the plans for me, my hope and future. You're setting my destiny to a path that prospers. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better.
Hey, welcome 83K Nation and welcome to Wealthy Church, where we believe it is our responsibility as believers to become wealthy. That's right, not just materialistically, but we believe it's our responsibility to become wealthy in all areas of life, spiritually, mentally, physically, relationally, professionally, and financially. Those 6 key areas of all of our lives, we believe that God wants us to have an abundant life. That's life in all areas. And so I've endeavored now for, we're going on almost 4 years. Can you believe it? 4 years I've been coming live to you every Sunday to talk about how to live this wealthy lifestyle. The word wealth means I wish you well, a holistic life. It's beyond just saying you're rich. Rich is all about money. I'm all about living a wealthy life. And if that's you, I want you to post yes down below that you want it all. It's like you can have it all. Great marriage. You can have good health. You can be on fire spiritually. You can have a good mental state. You can have success in your profession, right? You can have great relationships. And you can have a lot of money. That's right, a lot of money. And I think that every Christian should be rich. Jesus became poor so that we could become rich. Bottom line. If you're, and I'm just going to say this, if you're poor, middle class, you can't help anybody. I mean, you can have a great heart to help people, but if you're poor, the poor can't help the poor. Middle class can't help too many people. Why? Because most middle class people are living paycheck to paycheck. So they're like treading water, just trying to keep alive themselves. And a person who's treading water themselves, it makes it very difficult to be able to help another drowning person right beside them. So the goal of a believer should always be to be rich and wealthy in all areas of our life. So welcome today, and I want to talk to you really about the 3 master keys to building anything. And when you realize these 3 master keys that Solomon taught us years ago, right out of the book of Proverbs, you're gonna understand what you need to do to be able to build a future for yourself. Because that's what it's all about, right? If you think about it, birds build nest, beavers build dams, bees build beehives, right? It's like things that are alive build something. And what do humans build? Humans build futures. That's right. Now, some of you may be in a tough spot right now. As you can see, I got this hanging on this picture right here. And back in 2002, I was at the bottom of the barrel. I was struggling. We had to move out of our house we lived in. We had to move into our mother-in-law's house. We were in $180,000 in credit card debt. We had no money in the bank. It was really difficult. And I was trying. I had a great heart. I wanted to travel the world. I wanted to make a difference in other people's lives. My heart was right. But many times we can have a great heart but an empty head. Yeah. And it was at that stage in my life, failure has a wonderful way of humbling us. And it was at that stage in my life, I made a decision. At my lowest point, I made a decision based on what I'm going to teach you today on these 3 master keys that I learned that radically changed the trajectory of my life. in a big way. That year, I made a decision. That's why I'm holding this in my hand. I made a decision to go to Life Christian University. And I had already worked to getting my master's degree at that point. And I wanted to take my knowledge, my understanding, and my wisdom to a whole nother level. And so I committed in a very, very difficult time, right? No money coming in, $180,000 credit card debt. I said, man, I'm going to figure out a way to be able to grow myself mentally. Now, here's a cool thing that I want to share with you that I think you'll really like. No matter what you're going through right now in your life, if you keep learning, you keep winning. I want you to think about that. If you'll just keep learning, you'll keep winning. Why? There's something you don't know that's stopping you from growth. That's right. There's something you don't know that's hurting you. And the quicker you can learn what you need to do, when you can quickly learn what's hurting you, the reason, the belief systems, the behaviors that's hurting you, and you can change it, the less pain you're going to have throughout life. I was at a painful place, and I'm like, wow, there's something I need to learn. I need to grow. That's when I signed up for Life Christian University that year. And I started working on my doctorate program. That many of you have read my book, What We Call a Crisis, God Calls a Classroom. That book was actually my thesis that I wrote for Life Christian University. And I took that thesis and I created a book out of it. It's an amazing book, amazing book. You know, crisis is the gift from God that when it comes into your life, it doesn't look like a gift. Oh, wow. But there is no change without crisis. It's like crisis is the natural process of moving mankind from one season to the next season. And the thesis of that book was basically all of us will stay where we're at unless crisis happens. We all have a tendency to settle, to stay the same. And so I made a decision to get my doctorate degree. Now, I don't know if some of you guys have been listening, but we've been sharing. We go from bottom of the barrel to then we ended up starting my own school. My school was first called Fervent Fire School of Ministry. And it's evolved over the years, and now it has become Destiny College International, fully accredited by one of the top Christian accrediting companies. We have something like 24 different branches around the world. We graduate somewhere around 300 students every year. Like I shouldn't say graduate, like people are advancing and they're getting degrees. About 300 students every single year from some part of the world. It's amazing. It's exciting to see what's happening. And right now, my job is to not to be teaching classes. My job right now is to go raise money. And so that we can provide scholarships for people who want to learn, who are like where I'm at, and where I was at, where, man, I was at the bottom of the barrel. I can't remember. I mean, I scraped and pulled together money to be able to come up with the money for my doctorate degree way back then. But I did what was required. And so in a lot of ways, I made a commitment, man. I'm going to help people who struggle. So right now, by the way, we have $237,000 in scholarships available to anybody out there who says, man, I want to get my master's, I want to get my doctorate. That's what we specialize at Destiny College. Graduate level, master's, doctorate level. And so I wanted to share this with you because no matter where you're at in your life, like, you've got to keep learning, you've got to keep growing. And the three keys are found in the book of Proverbs from Solomon. And Solomon, in understanding, Solomon learned this from his father. And you have two accounts in the book of Proverbs teaching the same principle of how to build anything. So whether you're going to build a life, whether you're going to build a ministry, whether you're going to build a house, whether you're going to build a church, whether you're going to build a speaking business, a coaching business, a consulting business, a business that sells products, brick and mortar business, no matter what you're building all across the boards, we have the instructions of what we need to do. And what you'll find there's two scriptures that teach the same thing, basically. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 19 and 20. And then if you flip, which is talking about God and how God built the whole earth. And then you flip over to Proverbs chapter 24, verses 3 and 4. Now you got Proverbs 3 is David teaching Solomon. Proverbs 24 is now Solomon who took the principles of his father and now he's teaching it to us. So David said, hey, look, this is how God built the world from these three master keys. And then Solomon said, hey, listen, this is how you build a house. This is how you fill your house with wealth. And he used the same principles. So the principle of building is building, period, no matter what you're building. And here's what he said in Proverbs chapter 3, David teaching his son. He said, the Lord by wisdom founded the earth. By understanding he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths were broken up, and the clouds dropped down dew. So right here in this scripture, you find three key words, the same ones over in Proverbs chapter 24. You find wisdom. God founded the earth on wisdom. Understanding is the second one, and information or knowledge is the third one. So what this is looking at it from a triangle. The top starts with wisdom, next is understanding. At the bottom of the triangle you have knowledge. So your goal is to get to wisdom. But in order to get to wisdom, first you got to have knowledge. So what is knowledge? Knowledge is current relevant information. That's all it is. And the Bible teaches us to, right here, that you got to have knowledge. You got to have current relevant information. Not knowledge that's 20 years old, not knowledge that is even necessarily back in Bible days. But you got to have current relevant information. The way a farmer built a business in Bible days is different, right, than a way a businessman builds a business today. The farmer didn't have a cell phone. The farmer didn't have internet. The farmer didn't have funnels. It was a different time. And what you needed back then was information, current relevant information on farming. Today, we need information on how to get things done faster, quicker, through the internet, through exposure, social media. We got to understand all these things, right? You understand that? That I could lay that out in many different ways. But you got to get that current relevant information. Then it's not enough to get information. Like a lot of people said in churches, they go to seminars, they read books, they get all kinds of information, but then the next level, you can't stop there. The next level is understanding. What is understanding? Understanding is the current relevant information that you're reading, that you're studying, that you comprehend. So it's one thing to read something, it's another thing to comprehend it. That's my biggest problem in school. Like I would read a paragraph but not comprehend it. Why? Because I'd run across a word that I couldn't define. And when you're reading, some of you think you are dumb. You think you're stupid, and you call yourself that because some of you do the same thing. You read something and you're like, I don't even know what I just read. Well, it's because there was a word inside that sentence you didn't know the definition of, and your mind stops at that word and it doesn't comprehend anything else. So you got to look up that word. You got to stop right there and look up that word and know what that word means. That's what I've had to do. Once I started to realize that, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm not dumb. My brain is just trained that if there's a word I don't know, my brain's still trying to figure it out. Now there's a conflict and I'm not comprehending. Hope you understand that. That's some pretty deep stuff. So knowledge, I get knowledge, and then I got to get understanding. I got to understand this. Well, how do I get understanding of information that I just learned? I've got to apply it. So like I can't understand it really until I get out there and I do it. Right? It's like I'm not sitting here like some theologian and I'm in the back thing trying to tell everybody, be an armchair quarterback trying to tell everybody else how they should build churches. Right? You haven't even built a church. Or I'm not an armchair quarterback, sending texts to people who are out there like me and others, trying to inspire people, motivate people to achieve their dreams, to build businesses, to succeed in life. And then you got all these people out there who have strong thumbs but weak minds. Because anybody out there just criticizing everybody, weak mind but strong thumbs. You got strong thumbs. Hooray for you. But you got to understand that knowledge, understanding, I comprehend it. Then the final peak is wisdom. That's what we're trying to get to. What is wisdom? Wisdom is current relevant information that you comprehend and you apply. It's applied understanding. Because now you've got some learning. Now you've added learning with experience, and now you've been weaponized with wisdom to know and to discern right way, wrong way of doing things. Right? So that's it in a nutshell. But I want you to understand that the book of Proverbs, in Proverbs 4 verse 5, it says, get wisdom. Like, wisdom's not going to just drop on your head. It's something you have to go after. It's something you have to pursue. It's something you have to be hungry for. It says, get it. But then it also tells us in Proverbs 4 and all throughout the book of Proverbs, David teaches his son, and Solomon says it over and over and over again in the book of Proverbs. It says, literally, wisdom will bring you everything. Anything you need. It'll bring you protection. It'll bring you provision. It'll bring you friends, relationships. It'll bring you promotions. As a matter of fact, it says in Proverbs, that's what it says, Proverbs 4 verse 8. It says, exalt her, exalt wisdom, make it forefront in your life, and she will promote you. Wow. Most people stop learning after high school. And many more stop learning after college. It's like, wow, college gave me a headache, and they stop learning. And most of which from first grade to 12th, and then some of y'all went to college, you never even learned about how to build a business, how to make money, how to multiply your money. Of all the teaching you got in high school, you never were taught these important things on how to succeed in life. You weren't taught any of that. The most important things you need to be taught. And you went to school for, some of you, 16 years. What a shame. So I want to just let you know that I believe, it's like 8 quick reasons why I believe. I believe every Christian should go through a systematic way of learning like I did. I believe every Christian should advance in their degrees. And I'm going to share just, let me give you 8 quick reasons why I think that is so important. That you should essentially get a degree. That you should pursue a master's or a doctorate degree. And we hope through Destiny College, right? It's all, Destiny College is online. You can do it all online. That's why we set it up that way. And so you can advance. Now, reason number 1, why a Christian, notice I said Christian. Reason number 1 is this. The world honors degrees. That's right. The world honors degrees. The church, in most part, devalues them. The church, in most part, honors spirituality, like the person who can pray the best, preach the best, teach the best, play the B Hammond organ the best. Those people are exalted inside the goldfish bowl called the church. But then there's these whole other group of people outside the goldfish bowl called the church, called the world, the marketplace. The marketplace doesn't honor how good you can pray or preach or teach. It honors one thing, pretty much. If you have a degree, it advances you. Now, the only way you can bypass that is by owning your own business. But the world honors degrees. Like sometimes if I'm with a Christian and they say, well, do you have tell me a little bit about you. Well, I graduated from Life Christian University. I have a doctorate degree, a PhD. They're like, Tell Christian that, or pastor that. I tell my next door neighbor that, and they're like, wow, you have a doctorate degree. Wow, that's something. You see the difference? And so we're all our target is the marketplace, by the way, right? We're not going to gain influence in the marketplace by calling ourselves pastor and apostle and evangelist and prophet. You're not going to gain any footing. But they want to know, do you have a degree? That's what the world wants to know. So, first of all, as a strategy, we want to go out into the world, and if we are going to prosper in the world, we've got to function and operate in the world system. That's why at Destiny College, we have degrees in leadership to help you go into the marketplace and lead. So the first reason, right, that you should get a degree is because you want influence in the marketplace. The second reason is because when you get a degree, you'll make more money. It's proven. In the marketplace, more education, more degrees equal more money. You can't get away from that fact, period. The third reason is respect, right? People, when they know you have a degree, like especially a doctorate degree, there's a respect that they have. And when respect goes up, people lean in and people are willing to listen. And that's where the next one comes in. It's like credibility. When you have a degree, you gain credibility. Like people like, wow, okay, this isn't some fly-by-night person, right? This isn't some, like, on social media, this isn't some 20-year-old punk who, rented a Lamborghini and he's standing in front of it trying to teach you how to live. This is some guy rented a B&B house trying to act like they're rich, right? You need that credibility, and you need to get it fast. And your degree tells a lot about you. Number 4, systematic growth. Like all of us need okay, you start here, year number 1, and you're going to go to here, year number 2. And you only have so much time. You got 2 years to finish this. Now at Destiny College, we let you learn at your own pace, take it at your own pace. But the dynamic is we provide a systematic process. Here are your 10 classes. I want you to do this in 12 and 11 months and go. And it forces you to learn. It places a demand on you to learn. And that's good because that's essential to unleash your potential. Number 5 is honor. Yeah, when you get a doctorate degree, let me tell you something. People just naturally honor you. Trust goes up, right? Like when you honor, people want to pay you more. It goes back to making more money. And they want to treat you better. So like when I was just Keith Johnson and I'd go and I'd speak somewhere, they'd put me at the Roach Coach Inn. Oh man, we stayed in some bad places. Oh, I'm not kidding you. Literally, there's been a few instances where I walked into a hotel room that a church put me in or somebody put me in, and there's roaches on the wall. I'm not kidding. Now, I didn't stay there. I'm like, But that's the mentality, right? This is just Keith Johnson. Then when I got my doctorate degree, it's like honor, like, okay. Whoa, we ain't putting him in no Days Inn, Roach Coach Inn, Baymont Inn. No, we're going to put him in Ritz-Carlton, big Marriott, something nice, right? The next reason why is it sets you apart, right? I think I got my numbers wrong, but that's okay. It sets you apart. Like you get recognized almost instantly as an expert, not some amateur. And that's important because the world pays an expert wage to an expert, but it doesn't pay much for amateurs. All right? And the final reason is that it changes the view of you. Is that you start growing and then you begin to perceive yourself as an expert. And that's more important than anything. See, before anybody else perceives you as an expert, you have to perceive yourself as an expert. Then you carry another level of power, a level of authority, because you've done the work. You mastered your craft. You studied one subject. You know your subject material. And that's why at Destiny College, in our doctorate level program, we make you focus in on one subject and master one subject. And we help you learn what that subject is, your life message. We help you do that. So hey, I hope you enjoyed today, and I hope you got this down, that whatever you do, you're going to have to get wisdom, get understanding, get knowledge. It starts with getting knowledge, then you understand, and you get wisdom. So you know, wisdom is the ability to discern right, wrong. Right things I need to do, wrong things I need to do. Right people, wrong people in my life. Right strategies, wrong strategies. Right tactics, wrong tactics. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, we want to hear from you. We love to hear from you. Also, I want you to know, if you have a desire to advance in this season, now is the time, man. We got $237,000 in scholarship money. And here's the link. You'll see the link posted down below. Go to destiny.com. Go to destiny.com, Right there, we have a page where you can sign up. This is a specially created page. You can go there, you can sign up and apply for free right now. Usually it's $100 to just apply. You can apply for free right now. You can load in your information. There's several things we do to help you. Number one, we transfer all your credit from your other schools. So there's a lot of people we help that they're like, oh, I got this school, I got this school, I got this school, I got that school. And we can pull all of those different schools you went to and got no degrees, and we can pull them into Destiny College and give you credit for you and get a degree. We also, those of you who have extensive time in ministry, we're able to take that because it's a leadership program. And if you've led something, whether it's a church or a business, we can take that time of leadership and we can also give life credit, because part of our program is you got to learn, plus you got to do hands-on. That's what graduate level work is. It's not just sitting in a classroom. So some of you already have some of the hands-on stuff. You just need some of the book work, and that'll help you accelerate. We can move some of that stuff over for you and give you credit for that. Okay? So it's a great opportunity right now. We do everything to accelerate the process of helping you get your degree. We help you with not only that, we help you with the financial piece of it, and we designed our program where it only takes you an hour a day. An hour a day. We have an 11-month program for master's, 11-month program for your doctorate. 1 hour a day. That's all it takes. So all your excuses are gone. That's what we've done. We removed time excuse. We removed money excuse. And now the only thing you have left is you just don't believe in yourself and you don't believe you can do it. So if you're interested, you want to go for that, go to destiny.com. Go to destiny.com. You'll see the link down in the comment section where you can click that link and you can go and visit and sign up. Listen, when the money's gone for the scholarships, the money's gone, the opportunity is gone. You know, opportunity comes once in a lifetime, pat you on the back. And if you don't take advantage of it, it will pass you by. And let me tell you something, God will go find somebody else. God's ultimate purpose in the earth isn't restricted by you. He will go find somebody else who will say yes. I'm saying yes to God in my life. I hope you've enjoyed this. And thank you so much for joining us here. And we will see you later. Looking forward to getting those applications. God bless.